What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Next Goal Wins, the new sports comedy film from Taika Waititi, starring Michael Fassbender. Next Goal Wins. This is a movie we've been talking about for a long time because we thought this was coming out for years and years. A movie filmed before the pandemic, did some reshoots to replace Armie Hammer after the fact. And yeah, we've been waiting for this. It's not actually a comeback film for Michael Fassbender like The Killer, because Michael Fassbender did his scenes 4 years ago. And there's a reason it took so long to finally get this released. It's because it's not any good. I don't think Next Goal Wins was really good at all. It was kind of laughably bad and really continues this downward spiral Taika Waititi is on as a creative force. Taika really rising up with movies like Hunt for the Wilder People, leading into that Thor Ragnarok breath of fresh air for the MCU that we had in 2017. And then he's just been kind of giving us diminishing returns. Jojo Rabbit, into Thor Love and Thunder. The Next Goal Wins is a total nadir. It's just, I think, uninspired and lacking a lot of basic structure and convention. And this has kind of been Taika's MO lately, but I think he just keeps getting kind of worse and worse with what he's trying to do. In theory, the story behind Next Goal Wins, the real life story, is great material for a sports comedy film. This is about the American Samoa national soccer team, national football team that had previously been defeated 31-0 by Australia in a qualifying match and had never scored a goal in international competition. And they bring in this kind of outcast, exiled European soccer coach, Thomas Rongen, played by Fassbender, to kind of whip their program into shape. And eventually they are able to score a goal and win a game. And Fassbender is just incredibly miscast in this role. I don't think the script really does him a lot of favors. He has to play this really kind of overly mean and cruel character who has a really effed up family life. And then he has to make this turn into being more of a rousing, almost Ted Lasso-y inspiring coach and rally his ragtag team around him and around each other. And yeah, I think the structure wise, the turn that Fassbender has to do is just so abrupt, and it just doesn't land at all. But also Fassbender really struggles with, I think, the tonal jumbled nature of Taika Waititi projects. He's just not a good fit for this style of humor. And in general, I think the hit rate for that Taika humor is kind of low in this movie. I thought the montages could have been a lot of fun, and the training montages, the getting the game together and recruiting old players, all these classic things that we like in movies, and that's why we keep seeing them in movies, because we like how they function. None of those work. And yeah, did I chuckle at some of the jokes that did work? Yes, I did. But that's kind of all I can really appreciate about the movie. You have Elizabeth Moss and Will Arnett, who was the Hammer replacement. You have them in kind of small administrative roles on the soccer side of things, even though Moss is actually the ex of Fassbender. Curious relationship there for sure. The most potential with the movie would have been Fassbender's, Rongen's relationship with Jaya, who is a transgender character on the Samoan team, which they call the Fa'afine people, or type of people in American Samoa. Just, the trans community is more accepted and welcome in Samoan culture. And Rongen is incredibly mean and dead naming to Jaya, and somehow they actually become incredibly close 10 minutes later in the movie, and they have this kind of professional relationship of respect and appreciation for one another. It's just not handled very well at all. And yeah, I just think Taika doesn't have the juice right now. He was recently saying that if Thor 5 did happen, it would not involve him. Yeah, no shit, it wouldn't involve you. I just don't know how anyone can trust his ear for quality in his eye right now, because this is just a complete mess, and it comes across over two other messes. Yeah, we don't have any Hitler humor this time around we got in Jojo Rabbit. I guess that's a small victory. But yeah, just not really a fan of the tonal jumbledness, Fassbender's miscast, the structure of the plot feels really out of sync. Did not really enjoy it at all. There's a few chuckles. That's about it. But let me know, were you anticipating Next Goal Wins? Because I was at one point in time, and I was certainly let down. Were you let down too? Let me know. And for more movie reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.